Hey, how are you guys? Stress monkey in the house. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to be making a choose your adventure smoothie. You'll see what I mean in a second here. In just a second. But first, I just want to give people, hello, Jasmine! Oh my gosh, Wing. I miss you, man. Jeff, hi. Priscilla, yes. I just want to give people a second to jump on. But I want to mention one thing really quick. I've been talking about this a lot if you guys have been to any of my Instagram lives lately. But I'm just on a mission to preach, to get people on the fiber train. Get on the fiber train. Back in the day, I know, really good crew here, Jasmine. And by the way, if you're watching this recorded, hello, I'm not leaving you out. I love you too. Back in the day, fiber was like to make you regular, right? I cannot even explain to you all of the research that is showing how much fiber, how many benefits it has for you. It's insane how many benefits it has. So, I mean, I've talked about them a lot, but here's my challenge for you. If you really, really want to make a difference and impact on your health, and I mean like, you know, your markers, like your health markers, like your blood sugar or your cholesterol or your cardiovascular health, if that's your goal, or even if just getting in better shape and having your body able to burn fat easier is your goal, get on the fiber train, okay? So every time you eat, I want you to stop and say, where's my fiber source? Where is my fiber source? Now, bonus points if you blend fat, fiber, protein, okay? So when you put those three beautiful elements together, it's going to help to stabilize your blood sugar. It's going to help to balance your hunger hormones. But the beautiful thing about protein is that it helps you to feel satiated. And fat and fiber together really help you to feel satiated. So you're going to feel full longer. So that's why when I work with clients, I teach them, get fat, fiber, protein. Where are those three things every time you make a meal? So basically half of your plate should be greens, vegetables, fiber. And I've been talking a lot about this too. I think Jeff's heard me say this a gajillion times. Try to get a lot of your fiber sources from plant sources. So we're talking nuts, seeds, vegetables, beans, some fruits like berries. I'm all about the berries. And the reason is that a lot of the starchy carb fiber sources, the problem is the effect they have on your blood sugar. It kind of negates the whole point of this. So if you can get your fiber sources from plant-based sources, it's going to help you keep that blood sugar nice and stable. And remember, when we're talking about the metabolism, the goal is not a fast metabolism. The goal is a flexible metabolism. That's a huge difference. So what you want is your body to be able to run on the calories you just ate, but you also want your body to be able to run off of stored fat. That's what the stored fat is there for. And I'm telling you, most Americans, their body's only able to tap into the calories from the food they just ate. And a lot of that has to do with irregulated blood sugar. So that's why I'm on a mission to teach people about this. It's really, really important. So what I wanted to do today is make a smoothie. And I call it the create your adventure smoothie, because what I did was I made a recipe, and it's literally just the different categories that you need. Hey, Steve. Hi, Lisa. It's just the different categories you need to make sure you have in your smoothie in order to balance your hunger hormones, balance your blood sugar. And again, the balanced blood sugar, it's going to force your body to have to tap into fat stores. So that's our goal, okay? So I posted this on my Instagram feed. I'm gonna make this for you, but the cool thing about this is if you have that recipe, you just have to check off one ingredient from each category. And then you have this perfectly balanced smoothie. So you can do different combos so you never get bored. It's awesome. Okay, I want to mention some things can double for different categories. For example, I know this might sound weird to some of you guys, frozen avocado. All right, you can even buy it now at grocery stores, in the frozen section is frozen avocado. It's a great thing to add to your smoothie if you really want like a creamy texture, and you can't taste it. It's crazy, it's so good. But if you use an avocado, now that's gonna double as fat and fiber if you want it to, okay? So, or something like chia seeds, which I'm gonna use today. This has a ton of fiber, but it can also be your fat source because it's pretty good, pretty high in fat. And you'll see it if you go to my Instagram feed. Is that what it's called? Instagram feed. And you can get it there. So here we go. We always start with liquid. I always start with liquid, all right? I just think that's the best place to start, is with the liquid. So you can use, this is unsweetened almond milk. You can use, hi Michelle. You can use unsweetened coconut milk. You could use plain old water if you don't have this. I've done that many a times. But please make sure when you get your unsweetened nut milk, check to make sure there's no carrageenan in it. Just remember C-A-R and then a long word, carrageenan. Carrageenan, tomato. We don't want that in our stuff. So here we go. I always use, this is for one serving. I usually use about a cup. Oh, I have the cup on the other side. I usually use about a cup to a cup and a half. And here's the thing too, like, I'm not a big smoothie for breakfast person. I need real food for breakfast. And I eat a late breakfast. I haven't eaten my breakfast yet today. If I had a smoothie for breakfast, I would be starving an hour later. So for me, it doesn't work. If you're really, really busy and you tend to not have time to eat breakfast, this is your ticket. When do I have this? I tend to make this mid-afternoon. So when I'm feeling like I want a little snack or I'm a little bit hungry, I'll make one serving and I'll split it evenly between myself and Joe and Rocco, my husband and my son. And then we each get a blast of fiber, and I tend to have that instead of coffee. So sometimes I have coffee, but usually I'll have this. Okay, so boom, we did that. Cup and a half of liquid. And now, lately, and Jeff and I talked about this on Tuesday, I've been using frozen spinach, or you could use frozen kale. I've also heard about people using frozen cauliflower, riced cauliflower. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know, I'm scared, but I'm gonna try it. If you try it, can you tell me how it goes? Supposedly you don't taste it. Anyways, I like to measure, so I just kind of put some frozen spinach. Okay, if I had to guess, I would say it's about 3/4 of a cup to a cup, all right? So this smoothie is gonna have fat fiber protein, but we're also going to add in the greens because why not, right? You can't taste it. Popeye ate spinach for a reason, friend, and so should you. So now I'm gonna stop here and blend. This is an important step. Don't leave this out. I see these smoothie recipes where they're throwing everything in and blending it. If you have a Vitamix, that's a different story. If you're using a regular blender though, add the liquid, add the frozen spinach or the frozen kale or the rice cauliflower frozen, and then blend. Go ahead, plug your ears for a moment, okay? Boop. Voila. Okay, so now that's going to help avoid getting like the flaky chunks in your smoothie. So now we add everything else in and blend again, or we're done. Okay, so I have my liquid, my greens. Now I'm gonna do my protein. Now I have a whole bunch of these little individual size packets. This is Vital Proteins, collagen peptides. So because this is only 9 grams of protein, I like to use this, but I want a little more protein than that. So I'm gonna add in, I'm gonna have between my chia seeds, that has some protein, and I'm gonna add in peanut butter. So that's gonna be fat and protein too. And if this is like, you're saying like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude, go get the little handy dandy choose your adventure smoothie sheet I posted on my Instagram thing today. Okay, so I'm gonna dump this in. And if you're using protein powder or like Vital Proteins, vanilla, that's gonna have sweetener in it. If you're if you're not using something with sweetener in it, then you're gonna wanna maybe put in like, you know, a little bit of maple syrup, a little coconut sugar, so stevia if you wanna be sugar-free. Okay, chia. I love me some chia. They're my best friend. I'm just kidding, Heidi. If you're watching this, they're not my best friend. You still are. Okay, so that was gonna be my fiber. So I got my protein, boom. My fiber, boom. And now for fat, I'm gonna put in powdered PB, which doesn't have a ton of fat, has a little bit. But you could use regular nut butter, okay? So let's go down the checklist. I got liquid, I got greens, I got fat, fiber, protein. Good. Now, for the extras, okay? I like to put in a half a cup of frozen berries. And do not add a lot of fruit, you guys, because we talked about the importance of stabilized blood sugar. Unless you just, okay, if you just worked out high intensity or did some serious hardcore strength training, I would put in like a half a banana. But if you are trying to lose weight, do not be adding mango and banana and pineapple. It's not gonna work because your blood sugar is gonna go and that's gonna make your body store fat, okay? So I'm gonna only do a half a cup, and again, berries are the best. They're really low in sugar, super high in antioxidants. And I'm using just regular blueberries because they were out of wild blueberries. But I would suggest wild blueberries because they're smaller, but they have a higher ratio of antioxidants, okay? So I'm gonna add this in. All right, now that's all I'm gonna put in my smoothie. But other things you could put in, if you wanna make it chocolate, is some unsweetened cocoa powder or raw cacao powder if you have that. Another combo, it's so good, you guys, is these two sweet babies. Unsweetened coconut and cacao nibs. OMG. So sometimes I'll throw these in too. You blend it up, and when you get done with the smoothie, there's like these chunks of like chocolate and coconut. I don't know, it reminds me of ice cream, and I just freaking love it. Okay, are you ready? I'm gonna blend again, so watch out. Watch your ears, boo-boos. Okay, so if you're like, my son is with the veggies. He doesn't know there's spinach in this. It's so smart. It's so awesome. They'll never know. Okay, so look how pretty this is. It's those darn blueberries. Blueberries, I just love you. Okay, I'm gonna try this. You ready? So good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It tastes like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I did that on purpose. Blueberries and the peanut butter. So, does anybody have questions about anything? Does that make pretty much sense? I know there's kind of a lot going on, and that's why I say, like, if you get the sheet, it's just really helpful. You're just like, okay, these are the categories. Liquid, which one am I gonna use? Protein, which one am I gonna use? Greens, which one am I gonna use? And you literally just kind of go down the list, and you can make all different combos. And with the fruit thing, you know, if you're gonna use a different kind of fruit than berries, that's okay. But again, keep it to half a cup. And I really suggest using frozen produce. So always frozen fruit. And like I said, I've been using frozen spinach or frozen kale lately because you don't have to add ice. And so it just tastes better. The consistency's better. One thing you could add for protein too, if you don't want to use protein powder, you know, you got nut butter that has protein in it. You could use some Greek yogurt. And this Greek yogurt has a ton of protein in it. So hemp hearts are pretty, yeah. Can I talk? Hemp hearts have a pretty good amount of protein in them. So fat, fiber, protein. Can you guys all please get on the fiber train for me, please? It's so amazing. And it's not something that your grandma does. It's something you need to be doing, okay? All right, is that it? Questions? Anybody? I miss everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. And if you guys have any suggestions for things you would like to see, let me know. And but thanks for stopping by. And I will see you guys next time. Go get that recipe on Stress Monkey Instagram, okay? All right, mwah. Lots of love to you all. Stay safe, eat healthy, get sunlight. All right.